expensive, though. All right, so this is some thoughts on this build. So people that have followed my content, this deck list is obviously an iteration upon the Red-Black Aristocrats deck that I won the Twitch Rivals event with, and we've played a ton on stream in the past few months. An important note here, you'll notice that this build is not playing 3-mana Chandra, and the reason for that is the mana just doesn't work to play Arya and even Murderous Rider to a degree consistently, while also playing a double red card on 3. So while I think Chandra with Rankle is definitely very powerful, and Chandra in this deck is very powerful, I definitely want to test Chandra with Rankle together. I wanted to try this card and this card. Will do, Sans Serif. Thank you for that. I definitely wanted to try these two cards in here alongside Rankle, so I wouldn't be surprised if play Chandra with Priest, you idiot, is the correct answer. I wanted to try a more black-focused build of Aristocrat, so we could try and leverage this card along with this one as well. So this deck, if you look at it, our main deck here is actually 37 creatures, with Murderous Rider being a creature because it's also a removal spell, right? Which is really sweet. So we've also got Stormfist Crusader here, which this card's just fantastic in general. This is gonna be a red-black aggro staple as long as it's legal. So let's go ahead and dive on into some matches with this one and see how it goes. Yeah, first match with Ranklecrats. Yeah, and like I always say, at the very start of a season, I just want to like try as many new cards as possible in shells that seem otherwise reasonable, because I just want to sample everything that's out there and see which cards feel powerful generically, and then we can try those in other shells if the specific shell doesn't seem like it works. Standards felt great. New format rotations are always excellent. My sub can go to dealer's choice, my dude. I appreciate that. Is it Wizard? Thank you. Yeah, hand sounds great. That's incredibly rude. Guess we're playing Priest on 2 and not Dreadhorde Butcher. Maybe we're gonna play Stormfist Crusader, actually. If we brick on a 3rd land next turn, I'm probably gonna play Stormfist Crusader so I can have my best chance to hit my 3rd land on 3. What's the next hair color goal? Asking the real questions. Oko!
Open your heart to the magic that one bite, and all your cares are gone.
Alright, play my menacing 2/2. Best deck of the day so far. Blue-Red Alliance was the deck we just finished up, and it was quite excellent. So far, Blue-Red Alliance is getting tagged as the deck of the day. The blue-green Great Henge deck we played was also fine, but it was less exciting than the other one. I'd pay for blue hair. Maybe we'll have to do another hair goal at some point. It could be fun to push for something. Right. If we do some more decks after this one, and I think we're going to do at least one more, we're going to do Sultai Flash and then Blue Steel. Alright. Everybody gets a land. Unfortunately, this one is tapped. I think I just go for their face here, right? I did say Blue Steel, Zach. I was wondering if you were still here. I'm curious how Fabled Passage should be in a 2-color aggro deck. What's the reasoning? The reasoning is basic statistics. So if you're ever wondering why my mana bases look the way they do, especially in decks that I've built, and in general, I try to tweak the mana bases in decks other people submit. The Mana Math article from Frank Carson gives you just rough examples of what numbers of colors you should expect. Create 2 2/2s that when this creature dies, put a loyalty counter on each Garrick you control. Wow, this card's really good.
Fairness? What a bizarre expectation.
Oh. Oh, they took my priest. Oh no. Oh no, I was like, oh, they're making it a 3/3, that's fine. Wow, that's miserable. Alright, yikes. Yikes. Let's pour one out for 3-mana planeswalkers, huh? Can we pour one out for some 3-mana planeswalkers? Alright, instant, strong feeling of regret not having 4 Noxious Grasps in my sideboard. Let's fix that after this match. Let's get the 4th one of these in the sideboard. That's definitely something that's necessary. This card can basically never attack in. Thanks, I hate it. Yeah, ditto. Broco. I don't know if Legion's End's good enough for the tokens. Is a Garrick Priest deck in the deck queue? There's not, but that does sound excellent. Do I think this Black-Red Aristocrat deck is better than the one I played? I have no idea. That's why I'm playing games. There is no substitute for hard work when it comes to Magic. If people could just, like, close their eyes and predict just by, like, looking at the cards, the game wouldn't be very interesting. Thanks for the brand new Prime support, Floating Orb. There's a lot of great people you can send that to every single month here on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Rude. Thought seized, and they don't even lose 2 life. I'd be kind of surprised, Waffle. Wow, it's even extra busted Thought seized, so it doesn't discard it exiles. Brutal. Well, I would like to draw lands for the next 2 turns. I appreciate your Prime Spiel. Thanks, Pierpunker. It's just the truth, right? And that's the case with most things, right? The truth is generally tends to be the nicest thing to say. Land. Vomit. Those games are a lot more solvable than Magic, like the number of combinations. So this card, for people not familiar, this card is a Thoughtseize, but only takes black cards. So against our deck that's basically mono black, it's better Thoughtseize. Is she dead, Jim? I feel like we're about to get, like, Murderous Rider here. Yeah. And, like, the rougher part of this is, like, a 2/3 lifelink is just, like, really good against my deck, right? Alright, let's try again in a game where we can, like, draw 3rd and 4th lands in our 23 land deck. Woof. Alright, second verse, same as the first. A little bit louder and hopefully not quite as worse. Forgot to take a screenshot of this deck to post in the sub Discord. I'm so bad at this. Also forgot to add the Noxious Grasp. Screenshot. Noxious Grasp. Noted. Noted for next time. Murderous Rider is absurd. It's very, very good. Shocking, eh? Little bit awkward that this on 2 means I can't play this on 3, but it is what it is. Oh no! Is this one dead too? Rude. Oh. Oh. Our opponent is cultured, eh? They too enjoy sweet things. Oh, you know what? I should probably play Castle here so I can hold up Rider for the Royal Scions. Thanks, Gordois. Thank you for the quarter of a year. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, I should have played this to hold up this. Yeah, punished. Because now if I want to do this next turn, I'm not going to be able to, cast this. So I've, like, put myself a turn behind through my land sequencing here, which is a big deal. Yeah, because, like, these were going to be untapped as well, so definitely missequence on my part there. Although next turn I get to go the first lock into Dreadhorde Butcher, so that's, like, not terrible. Opponent's also down to 12 here already, which is nice. They don't appear to have a ton going on. This card drains them when it enters and when Dreadhorde Butcher enters, which is pretty good. Bottoms up there seems decent for us. Rude. Please attack me. Deal. This attack is super loose. Don't attack like that against Dreadhorde Butcher decks. Maybe they enjoy playing mono red, Kylo. Don't harsh other people's jams. If you're not having fun, just concede and play another match. Some people really like their mono red. One of the greatest things about Magic is that it just appeals to so many different people in so many different ways. Yeah, don't mountain shame. In fact, one of those, I really hope that that gets through Wizards of the Coast's head, is that the great thing about Magic is all the different ways people get to play it, so they stop trying to, like, force standard down people's throats, just let people play the types of games they want. Another borrower, sure. Main deck Ironcrag Pyromancer 8. Alright, so I get to do this, and I get to do this, and then I get to do this, sack this, shoot this. And then I get to play Rankle, which triggers again. And then I get to attack, which hits them. I think we're just going to choose all the modes, right? Which modes? Yes. No, this card is not pick one. It's pick one or more. This card is very, very good. You do not get to choose the order. It is pick one or more, chat. This card is fantastic. I don't know if this is the ideal Rankle deck, but there's very likely a competitive Rankle deck somewhere in this format. Gunslinger, thank you for the quarter of a year. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Alright, so this card seems bad against their deck with Flame Sweep in it. Probably want these Duresses. Seems like about it. Less is more when sideboarding in general. That's true. It's choose any number, so you can technically choose 0. Yeah, Rankle is super great. How's it going, Mr. Bot? Life is swell. These cards are great. Oh. Oh, just like we drew it up. Nothing but net. I think Rankle could have a home in Modern Fairies. Maybe 4-mana cards that don't win the game on the spot tend to be a tough sell in Modern. Cast your giant. Cast your giant. Read. Don't be afraid to not get value out of these cards, especially when you're in an aggressive role. Just jam.
Let us plan for the trials ahead.
Wow, discarded Bone Crusher. It's a little terrifying. We played against any Knight tribal decks yet? We've not. Goodbye, Felicia. This is my sword. I don't know the answer to that, Hickahuck. That's a good question, though. God, the animation is so good. If you have no cards to discard, do you just draw? That is correct. Rankle's card resolves from the top down. So if your hand is empty and you choose the discard then draw mode, you just draw a card, and your opponent still discards. I don't think I want to make us discard cards. I think I'm going to make us sacrifice, though. And then that does... I did 4 because they lost 1, so both of these trigger. This is our first match with Rankle. On the scoreboard. Second match with Rankle. We got beat up by... something with, we got beat up by Soul-type Planeswalkers. We stumbled and died. It was quick and I forgot. I forgot to put foil Duresses in the board. It's a tilt. Oh, I wanted to take a picture for the subs Discord. Stop forgetting that. Twitch changed layout. Twitch rolled out a new site today. Yeah, keep, I guess. I think I'm supposed to lead on cave on one here. And then what 2-drop we play is probably going to be dictated by what their turn 1 play is. Alright, I think mono red means I want to lead on Crusader here, because I don't mind if this one dies. Hey, Angry Land, thanks for the 12 months of support. Let's get your sword to go with that shield. I appreciate you keeping me around. Ginger Brute. Haste. Can't be blocked except by creatures with haste. That's such a weird... Okay. I think I'm gonna go Priest, Footlight, Knight here. It's one fast cookie. Yep. You can't catch him, he's the gingerbread man. Fair. But I swung with the menace at a proc knight. That's not true. You need to do 3 to proc knight. There's a land that makes a 1/1. Well, that's actually pretty good, huh? Huh. I could have played this to block this, huh? Maybe I'm supposed to do that? Yeah, but like in your mono red deck, like 2 or 3 of these is probably pretty free, right? I'm gonna first see them kill Priest here. I assume they want to. Wow, I can't believe they didn't kill Priest. Have a little respect for the game. Slaughter them all. Was Judith a good draw there? What do we think? Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They've seen enough. Have a little respect for the Priest, opponent. Do you think our opponent's gonna let us? Do you think our opponent's gonna let us untap with a Priest again if they have the option? The old Plague Wind you. Definitely want these shocks. This is probably a Rankle out matchup, huh? Night Pump was lethal. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, they were at 11, right? Judith couldn't attack. I had 7 plus 3 is 10. If I'm counting correctly. Yeah, cutting Stormfist Crusader is probably the play. Maybe I leave 2 Rankles at the top end. I'm gonna leave 2 of these in. I'm gonna bring in Tibalt and Shock and cut Rankle in 2 of these. That seems fine. In this card's got to be absurd here, huh? Even this card just as a 2/3 lifelink is probably fantastic, right? Legion's End. Yeah, Legion's End's probably better than the other 2/2/2s with Menace. I agree with that, Stratocaster. Yeah, I think there probably is Waffle. I just wanted to try First of Locthwain out. I mentioned I just wanted to try a bunch of the new cards in this. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man! Yeah, definitely Waffle. I also think Murderous Rider is probably a little bit hard to fit in with Chandra. I really wish we had a red block temple. Say hello to my friend. Oh, this is only a 2/3. Why did I think this was a 3/4? I think I play this as bait. Yeah, the Great Hedge Gates Life. It's really good. There's a green Stompy deck in this format somewhere. Attack with my 3-power lifelinker. Kerthunk. Hey, look, my fetch line comes into play untapped and costs me 0 life. Puppy. That's not even that good, right? I guess, they could attack and then flashback coil. But like if they attack here, I block with Footlight Fiend on one of these tokens, and then I kill both of these, right? So like, they hit me for a big chunk here, but it's like not really a big deal. It's like I'm going to 13, but their board's dead. And like I'm playing out the lock next turn. This did not feel particularly close. Our deck's got a lot of pretty efficient cards in it to keep up with what they're doing. While also having a number of cards that are just like incidentally life game. Yep, the Blue-Red Alliance deck has been great for people who are new to my content. Something that's good to know about. I know I'm gonna play a ton of decks over the next few days. So if you're not familiar with this URL on my website, jeffhoagland.com/favorite-videos, get familiar with it. So every single day when we do these long streams, I'll pick somewhere between 2 and 3 of the half a dozen decks that we play and tag them as favorites, and you'll be able to find them there. So if you miss the chunk of the stream, you can always easily know what the highlights were and which ones I think are worth watching. MagicEsports.net. Ranklecrats, 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 doo-doo-doo. This hand's okay. Kinda sucks. We really want to draw a swamp on one so we can have an untapped land. If we can hit a swamp, this will come into play untapped, which would just be perfect. So, not ideal, but still keepable. Hey, Hawthorne, thank you for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people you can send that to every single month. Thanks for shipping it my way this month and keeping me employed. You explain why Chandra isn't... You explain why Chandra's not in 75, but why not Mayhem Devil? Because once I cut Chandra, Mayhem Devil no longer has enough sacrifice enablers, and I think Judith is then better. Which is why you see I'm playing Judith in this list. Yeah, it could be Blue-Red Elite Alliance. Blue-Red Alliance is the sweetest deck we've played today so far. Although this one's growing on me. I'm a fan of this archetype in general. Hello, oldest son.
I came back school bus, but mommy picked me up.
Mommy picked you up from the school bus?
Yeah. I my daddy around here now.
Daddy's here now? Daddy's got to work for a little while tonight, though. Daddy missed a land drop, bud.
Daddy, where did Declan brother?
You're gonna go get Declan Brother?
No, Daddy get Daddy.
No, Daddy's not gonna get Declan Brother. Daddy's working tonight. Love you, bud. That's true. Mayhem Devil does trigger when you sack Fabled Passage, which is kind of sweet. All right, let's draw some lands this time through. Rankle's been good. That was Jacob, actually. That's my older one. They're very close in age. We had a comment when he came in. Someone said, your chat and community are so much more organized and more efficient than a lot of their Twitch users. I appreciate you. I appreciate you keeping me around, Huckabear. Yep, yeah, when anybody sacrifices it triggers, that's very true. And Fabled Passage is almost certainly going to be a format staple. Yeah, I would honestly be kind of surprised if this build without Chandra is better than builds with Chandra. The mana is a lot better in this build without Chandra is something to consider, but the power level's probably lower. But like I said, I wanted to make a point to try the triple black card. So I'm definitely keeping here. The question is, how do I want to sequence my lands? Gosh, I really wish this was a temple. Why can't I have black-red temples? Thanks for the 11 months, Guy Entropy. So do I swamp on one and play a 1-drop, or do I mount it on one so I can Stormfist on 2? They're a deck full of shocks, right? So I think because they're a deck with shock in it, I want to play Knight. Thanks for the 2 months, Brady. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. Is there a way to see deck lists I already played earlier? Yeah, everything. The deck queue on my website doesn't get updated until the end of the day. You can also find the stream, all my decks on my Stream Decker page. Twitch did get a GUI update. I think I'm getting a mountain here. Hopefully we don't live to regret that. This deck's been really good when we can cast, when we draw lands to cast our spells. It's been less good when we don't get to cast our spells, which is weird, I know. Which, that's really a big part of the appeal to playing my opponent's archetype, the Alliance deck, is you just have so many cantrips and, like, scrying and stuff with the Witching Wells that, like, you get to execute your game plan pretty consistently. Realm Cloak Giant's animation is, like, really good. Well, we're going to take the thrill here because the rest of their hands kind of poop. Yeah, you see what I did there? I assume we're going to see them coil this Gutterbones. Hey, Zikta, keep being amazing, Hoagland. Thank you for the 11 months. Let me know what deck you'd like to bump up with that generous tier 2 resub. Welcome back. No one's donated for Giant Tribal. I would definitely take a Giant Tribal build around, or a specific list if you already have one in mind. Probably Naya is probably Naya Giants, because you got Bone Crusher and you've got the white one, and you've got what's it called too? There's Bone Crusher, the white one, and there's the Ramp Giant, which can help you fix in the 3-color deck. Elviton, thank you for re-upping that Prime support. Welcome back. Beanstalk Giant. Yeah, that one. That's the one. Our Motley 2-1 beatdown here. It's currently trying to run the distance. Something lava coilable yet? Yep. Schwamp, please. Alright. So you can only cast adventure cards from exile if they were put there from casting the instant or sorcery. Now, how can you possibly tell whether or not my kids get their hair from me? Because I don't have hair. You don't know what my hair looked like decades ago. I had hair before I had children, thank you very much. Is there not a Pigtails command that actually kind of surprises me? Hey, dead on board? They're dead if no, yeah, they're dead to this, right? Because I get to attack them for 3, and then Priest plus Footlight Fiend does another 3, and then this does 1. My tier 2 to bump up Elves of the Modern Queue? Yeah, definitely. Anything in there, I will make a note. Thanks for the 2 years, Stack Size Biscuit. I appreciate you keeping me around. And this drains them for 1 when she comes into play. Boop. How much to get a throwback stream and a Pigtails wig? I don't know about that, Zazu. Here's a way to phrase that question. If you have to ask how much, you can't afford it. Thanks for the 13 months. Playing Giants in the Chandra-based build of Aristocrats does sound good. I could see that being super great. Giant's just a great card in general. We'll have to do that. We'll probably get to that at some point. There were 19 standard decks in the queue when we started today. And I've got some build around points people threw at us again today, so I'll probably squeeze in another Aristocrats build between now and Saturday. Hey, Colo Black. Thank you, Cole Black. I think it's Cole Black. Elite Speak got me. Thanks for the brand new Prime Sport. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Hope you enjoy your stay. On to game the 3rd. So it's fine. Lead on the Gutterbones here. Might be right to lead on Ebon Legion, just because that would bait the shock better. Alright, I'm gonna be really sad when they flame sweep me next turn, but I think I'm just gonna go dude here. We played an Alliance deck earlier today. This shock is really good for us because it means I don't have Flame Sweep lined up yet. I don't know that I felt like the Alliance deck that we played needed Arclight Phoenix. Like I felt like being a little bit more controlling with it and just having like Alliance plus Crackling Drake to close out was plenty. And Giants too, we had Giants as well. Well, speak of the devil, our opponent is playing Arclight Phoenixes in their build. You get a 1/1 counter, and you get a 1/1 counter. Everybody gets 1/1 counters. Yeah, I put Gutterbones in this build because we need a recursive threat if we don't have Chandra. In the Chandra builds, you just don't need extra recursive threats because Chandra's such a good body engine. But without Chandra, we need some recursive things, I think. All right. Pyromancer's very good. We were playing that card too in the deck before this one. Now, I don't know that Phoenix is necessary, but Pyromancer was great. Would you like some cards, sir? I would like one Murderous Rider, please. Oh, and these are Menace. Oh, that's great. Holy crap, that's great. Thunk, thunk. I think I played this out because it survives a flame sweep. If they hit a flame sweep, we're probably just dead. But if they don't hit a sweeper, we're in a pretty good spot here. I guess they could put a bunch of Phoenixes into play, technically. I'm at 16. They only have to do 14 to me. 14's a pretty tall order, though. Bottoms up. That's what I like to see. I suppose the Stormfist Crusader can technically draw them a Flame Sweep on my turn, huh? Did your opponent just miss with Kefnet? This is not what I subbed for. Yeah, you know, normally our opponent's Kefnets are better than that. They are currently dead on board. The Stormfist Crusaders deal 6 altogether because they have Menace and they drain for 2. Great, don't do me dirty here, Stormfist. Draw him a land. Lands for Kefnet. Lands for Kefnet. Lands for Kefnet. Crusader trigger does trigger Kefnet. Whew. Alright, they missed. God bless us, everyone. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Do 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 do. Scale 1 to dead, what are we working with here? Kerthunk. That's a good thought, Chellers. I honestly, when I played my cards out the previous turn, I wasn't thinking about them being able to trigger Kefnet on my turn. I think you're right with that consideration. Priest ends up being the better play than Gutterbones there. In. 794. All right, so here's the real question, chat. If we hit a good streak with this deck, what rank do we stop at if we like streak up a little bit? Simic for the win, basic mountain go. I've been lied to. I just want to go wide here. Things like, I'd like to play in the next MCQ. I'm not going to stress out about it, but I'd like to play in it. So if we hit a spot that's probably safe, I'm going to stop. I'm going to not stop streaming, but we'll play constructed events instead. This is a Rankle build around the not your ideal aristocrat. That is correct, Zikta. Although I did just build an aristocrats deck. So like, this is me trying things in aristocrats, essentially. I'm pretty sure Rankle goes in an ideal build of aristocrats moving forward. I'm pretty sure whatever an ideal aristocrats deck looks like, it involves Rankle. How's this deck been doing? Very reasonable. All right, let's get a little more aggressive here. Crusader's been good. I've been pleased with Crusader. If it's not in the queue, it's not on the schedule order. Pretty much everything we play comes out of the queue. Is this lethal? Not quite. Well, that's good for us. This game should be over. Alright, so last time we played this matchup, we cut the Stormfist Crusaders and the Rankles for removal and Tibalt, which seems like a good plan still, so let's stick to it. What CD? Thank you for the half a year of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one. This is pretty slow, but Dub Shock is pretty good. I have a land that gains life. Swamp is a phenomenal draw because this brings this into play untapped, so that's perfect. Rackway Warrior, Raceway Warrior. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one wherever you're at. Play some more Scorched Bitters. Rats. Rats. Hashtag never lucky. Their hand just like a bunch of burn spells and Chandras or something. I'm expecting Chandra to happen this turn. Weird. What'd they keep? Drain you one, gain you one. We have to get, like, it's gonna get skewered. That could be a card they're holding, right? Lava coils, sure. I could just be sitting on a bunch of removal. Arya is a vampire elf noble. Tutti frutti on Judah. Tutti frutti on Judah. So, because they shocked that, I'm expecting another lava coil here, I think. Billum! Thank you for the 11 months of Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. That was 17. I mean, if this gets to hit them, I just pick Gutterbones back up, right? Are we the beatdown deck here? I don't understand the opponent. I don't know. I'm pretty sure we're the control deck and my opponents misassessed their role. But I've also only played the matchup like twice, so maybe that's not true. I don't know. On paper, I would think that we're the control deck in the matchup, but that's definitely not how this opponent's played the game, or how their draws allowed them to play the game at the very least. That's kind of scary. Melex, thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Hope you enjoy your stay. Huh? Did I just do this? No, we did not play Dreadhorde Arcane. It's the blue red deck from earlier. You can always find all the decks we played earlier on my Stream Decker page. I think I want to play Lock. Lock's pretty good with Gutterbones. Chandra's certainly pretty close to lethal here. Sure. They boarded an act of treason? Really? Seems like a really strange one to board in. Too short of lethal this turn, unfortunately. Am I dead? Or are you dead? Pick one. Survey says. That's not lethal, right? Close, but no cigar. Legions. Our removal is definitely not stellar against Phoenix specifically. Like, Legions end in shocks. Able to erase it okay, though. Hopefully we can get, like, a little bit lucky and run off the next two, and then sit on our rank through the end of the month. Get to play the MCQ again. Or maybe we'll just lose a bunch and we'll keep bouncing up and down, because that's how the ladder works. You never know, really. The ladder rankings are very volatile. Single wins and losses swing you drastically. You need to hit a streak to do it, make any meaningful movement. It is top 1200, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, if we win the next one and it catapults us to, like, sub 400, we might just call it there. We'll see. One match at a time. Gotta win at least one more before we think about sitting, I think. Seems pretty reasonable, which means we're never gonna draw a third land and we're gonna die. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna lead on that one. Yeah, the ladder system is really kind of medium overall, not only because it's volatile, but in my opinion, any system that discourages you from playing Magic at any point should generally be reassessed. And the ladder system definitely discourages you from continuing to play Magic on the ladder at a certain point. Oh, it's the Flash deck. Interesting. What's going on, Pickle Bolas? Thanks for the 7 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. How's it going? We're doing all right. I think we're gonna Murderous Rider this. Sorry, Swift End this. So if this gets countered, it does not exile itself. So if they counter Swift End, I don't get a creature to cast after. What's going on, RMVox? Yeah, I'm planning to run long today, tomorrow, and Saturday, assuming the viewer counts look good. So if you like lots of Hoagland content, show up for the next couple of days. And you will get lots of Hoagland content. Ooh, that's a good one. So they took the bait there. One could argue I was a master at baiting. To get the first lock down here. I don't think I want to offer this trade. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pass. Hey, Shikthi! I love lots of Hoagland content. Excited for a new standard. Thanks for the 3/4 of a year. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Of course you can get a trans rights. Trans rights are human rights. I mean, the core of this deck is similar to what we did last season, right? We got a bunch of reasonable cards here. I think we've been sitting long enough, though. Let's stand up for a bit. So that's slowly killing them. Let's play Gutterbones. If they counter this, I can play 2/2 drops, and if they don't counter this, I'll probably just pass the turn. Our new decks on the website. So the standard portion of my website does not get deck lists added to it until I have things that I'm confident are good and that I like playing. So the standard decks page on my website will be getting updated on Sunday this weekend after we do 3 long stream days. Decks that we're planning to play coming up that people have submitted that are waiting to be played will be on the deck queue page of my website. And then obviously all the videos will go up on the video pages. Sure, you have a cut through. Can you discuss generally when you want to have both players draw effects like Rankle or Crusader in your deck? Yeah, when you can kill your opponent before they can make the card advantage meaningful. Alright, so in response to this, we're just going to end their career. So we're going to go ahead and do this to sacrifice Footlight Fiend, and Footlight Fiend gets to kill this. And then we get to draw a card. And then this just dies to a point of damage later. So I think I actually want to Murderous Rider this 2/2. I think that's the one I want to kill more than anything here. I have no idea. The Deckmaster project is not my own. It is a community tool. Alright, well. What do we bait with first? I think it's this, actually. Which is kind of wild, but I think this is the one we're leading on. I think I do this, then this, then this. Wow, that just worked. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't really prepared for that to just work. With that in mind, do I now just sack Gutterbones, pick Gutterbones up, play Gutterbones? Nah, no way. I think I need to just keep the pressure on. Let's do a second one. So if you have a deck full of cheap spells, then you can cast them all and leave them with cards in hand. Then I get you're like, yeah, that's basically the idea. Alright, so in response to that, we're going to use this and sacrifice this. Huh? So I have 6 cards in hand. I could just pick up Gutterbones, although I can do that next turn with the Priest. I think I'm just going to Dreadhorde Butcher here. The Blue-Red Alliance deck as well as this one were both good today. I'm just going to go ahead and pass here because I feel like they're about to Wolf Mom us. Yeah, that's fine. And then hopefully Priest can close things up here with a little bit of reach. So let's start with this. Yep. And then let's do this. And then let's activate this, target you, sack these. I think I just start facing them, right? Nah, let's kill the borrower. Alright, well, I think I'm holding off on this again here, and I'm just, like, emptying my hand. I can actually get them pretty close to dead, right? So I can do this and sack these two, which takes away their second blocker here so that I can hit them for 2 with this, and I can pick the Gutterbones back up with the black mana here. So this puts them to 2, so a single Priest activation is lethal next turn, as well as a Stormfist Crusader attack. Hey, thanks for the quarter of a year. Top 10-ton hammer. We're doing all right so far. Kill with Rankle. Rankle probably gets counterspelled. In fact, this is probably a matchup where Rankle gets boarded out. Just because 4 mana is a lot of mana. I think I want my shocks and a couple of Noxious Grasps here. I want to trim some of my more expensive cards. Hey, that bad control player. Thanks for the 15 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Do I trim a Judith or do I not want all these shocks? Maybe I don't want this many shocks. I probably want to keep my threat density up a little bit. I don't think this is a Duress matchup. Maybe it is a Duress matchup. Pulling the curve down is appealing. Getting to double spell quickly in this matchup is very powerful. Let's do this. Yeah, things like the fandom tournament are weird to me. Like, I don't mind playing them on occasion because, like, money's fun, but, like, I wonder how they make money. Because, like, they put out 4,000 in prizes every month, and, like, they probably spend another 500 or so, like doing production stuff, right? Winning up Knights at any point today. You can always find all the decks we're playing to play today in the stream title, and other things if we play past what's in the stream title, you can find on the deck queue on my website. I think this is a mulligan. Is it? Let's try it. Double tapped land kind of sucks. Hopefully we draw another land that lets the second Fabled Passage come into play untapped. Isn't it the same model as the SCG Tour? No, the SCG Tour takes in a whole bunch of entry fees, JVL. The fandom tournament is an invite-only tournament to 16 players every week that doesn't take in any entry fees. Like, SCG Tour takes in, like, 50 or 60 bucks a head times hundreds of people. I like this new opt as well. It's really slick. Alright, sweet. And we hit another land tier, which is nice. So you get to get a tapped land with this first one. And then we can go Mountain 2-drop, and then tapped land second 2-drop on 3, and then have an untapped land on 4, which is great. Yeah, this is our first time playing against a Simic Flash variation today. We did play against Esper Control today. I would bet that some iteration of Esper Control will still be good in the format. Well, the season didn't reset, Rainer. And you explain your reasoning for Crusader over Butcher on 2. Yeah, I want to start drawing cards so I can start double spelling earlier. So, I'd rather resolve Crusader than Butcher. Is basically my line of thinking. I think I'm just passing... Because if they end step Wolf, I can Murderous Rider it. Because this is untapped now. I don't think that's strictly true, just lucky. They got, they gained the new Giant Sweeper, which gives them a 7/7. So, like, they gained a really good way to just be killing people. Which I think is a net positive for the archetype. I'd like to murder your thing, please. You know, Noxious Grasp With Preserver being a card that they're playing, Noxious Grasp is probably even better than it was before. Maybe I should board in more than 2 of them. Six is a lot of loyalty. I agree. Don't fish me. Don't fish me. Just a sabotage deal. Dreadhorde Butcher is also less good here than it was at one point, just because they have 4 Brazen Borrowers now. Borrower bounces it, Eldoon, which means it accruing counters is less valuable. As demonstrated. Great, here's my stuff. Go. All of the adventure cards are very reasonable. All these rare ones. Giant is great, Borrower's great, Murderous Rider's great. All of them are constructed playable cards, will likely be format staples. Shock's actually not a terrible pickup here. Because it means that if they have like a 4/4 to flash in. Sure. Whoa! You're giving me my Murderous Rider back. Resolves. Why? Why can't I set a stop here anymore? Can I not set a stop here anymore? Did they break that in the release? I can't click here, so I have to put on full control mode now so I can kill this before it blocks. Normally you didn't have to put on full control mode to do this. You could just click here. But apparently that's not an option anymore. Yeah, I don't think my opponent thought that one through. All right, 343. I feel like I'm happy to sit on 343. There's 3 days left. Yeah, we're not gonna stop streaming. We're gonna keep playing Magic, but we're gonna switch to playing constructed events. Because I'm pretty sure, like, that's gonna hold on 1200 with 3 days left. Maybe it doesn't and we miss, but like, and again, like, that's why the ranking system's kind of bad, because like it puts me in spots like this and puts all players in spots like this where they're like, well, the correct answer, the optimal game theory answer here is I should stop playing ladder matches. Yeah, I assume, I would bet that I have a better chance of finishing in the top 1200 by stopping playing today than I do by continuing to play. Because, like, if we play one more and we lose that match, then suddenly you have to win 2 more matches. And that's not really ideal, right? And then you lose 2 and suddenly you have to win 4. So like when you hit a good streak and you're at a spot where it's like probabilistically safe, you should probably just like cross your fingers and hope. But like obviously if there's 1 day left and I've dropped like you know, down to like 1100, maybe we'll play. But like, if we come back tomorrow and we're still sub 500, we're probably good to go. So yeah, and we've been going with this deck for over an hour anyways, right? Yeah, we've been going for over an hour anyways. So let's wrap on this, and we're gonna change to another different deck. We're not done streaming for the day. We're just done playing on the ladder because I would like to try and play in the MCQ. Now, I don't even think with this deck, like, you know, like, Magic's a really high variance game, right? Like, there's a chance where, like, we just literally don't get to play Magic, and we, like, take an 0-2 loss, and then, like, you hit bad beats 2 matches in a row, and you take 2 0-2 losses. Do you have any initial thoughts on that? That's a good question. I don't really know is the answer. Like, we played, like, 5 or 6 matches, and that's a really small sample size. I do know that both this card and this card were good at various points. I do think you could probably play Rankle alongside 3-mana Chandra. Your mana's gonna kinda suck, but you can play this card along 3-mana Chandra without playing this card. So I don't know. I think the answer is I would need to log more games. I wouldn't be surprised if after logging more games, the answer was playing Chandras is more powerful in the Aristocrat shell, but it's also less consistent. So, like, is trading the consistency for the power a worthwhile change? Jay Riot, thank you for the 2-month resub. What's our deck of the day? So far, Blue-Red Alliance, I think. The JFK Experience, thank you for the brand new Prime support, welcome. I will say this, something that had been on my mind is that Bantu had been feeling worse and worse in the Chandra build that I'd been playing. Like, in the Rivals tournament, Bantu was almost never good. And I think this is probably a better top end in the Chandra build than Bantu is most likely. People have been asking about Mayhem Devil, and Mayhem Devil is not in this build because without Chandra and without Bantu, Mayhem Devil just doesn't trigger off enough things in here, basically. So, if we go back to the builds that we played last season, I played in the Rivals event, I think I want to try Rankle in those builds at some point, and I want to try the new 4/3 Giant Bone Crusher. That card just, like, should go in most red aggressive decks, I think. Just very good card in general. Automatic, thank you for the very generous tier 2 resub. Be sure to take a peek at the deck queue and let me know if there's anything in there you'd like to see a little bit sooner. Alright, should we play some Sultai Flash? Let's play some Sultai Flash. Alright, I'm gonna run a quick ad break, and when I get back, we're gonna play some flashy monsters. Don't go anywhere, and as always, if you're not a sub, you're not gonna miss any magic while we take a break, so thanks for hanging out.